Alright. What is good, yo? We glossed over Sukuna's death, so we can have a mini arc potential part 2 for a guy with weird eyes. How can people defend Gege? Hey man, people love JJK. They're gonna find a way to defend that man. Alright. Yo, let me know if the music's too much. Just gonna wait for people to get in. Notify people about the stream on Twitter, and then we'll get started. Get reading, because we got one more chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen after this. What's good, Grape? Just gonna give everyone like 5 minutes, get things set up here, wait for people to show up, and then we'll get started. How's everyone's day been, though? Sunday, so hopefully everyone had a chill Sunday, you know. A hectic Sunday before the week starts is not the best. Ooh, can I? Okay, there it is. Okay. Alright. Okay, what's chat saying? Has been chill, almost too chill, kind of boring. You know, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes things that are just not too hectic, those are kind of nice. I think I need to bring up this music a bit. Actually, you know what? I think it's okay. Okay, let's full screen here. Okay. Alright. So, the thing that's surprising me right now is that I didn't know that this gravestone was Sumiki's. I thought it was Gojo's when I heard about like the spoilers. So the fact that we have one more chapter left and we still do not have a Gojo funeral scene like on some Tony Stark timing from Endgame is insane. That is just some of the weirdest writing I've seen in a long time. It's very odd. It's very odd. I don't know how you write Gojo to be this mentor. You know, there's only a certain amount of people in his life that, you know, really cared about him. And we don't even see some of his students have a funeral. Like, that's messed up. It's really weird. I don't know what Gege is cooking with that. But anyways, start reading this chapter now. So we got Jujutsu Kaisen first, then we'll be reading Kagurabachi, then Ichi the Witch, and then we'll actually be reading Undead Unluck. Depends on how long the other series take, because I've been hearing that Undead Unluck apparently is getting axed, or that it's getting really rushed. That they're at the final boss already. And from the recent chapters of Undead Unluck, they were pretty weird pacing wise, so I'll read it on stream. Again, I gotta stream Beyblade stuff at like 5, so we'll see how long this takes. Gege has a #1 Gojo hater. Gojo was never really a mentor anyways. Yeah, he kind of sucks at teaching, so that's a fair point. Okay, time to start reading. So chapter 270, A Dream's End. Thank you. Don't worry about it. Oh wait, now let me read the author's note. Editor's note, saying their goodbyes to his older sister. Yeah, no Gojo funeral, makes no sense. Thank you, don't worry about it. Even if that's all that's left, even if all that's left is cremation, it's worth it to make them look nice. My actions helping her feel pretty in the afterlife is it feel pretty in the afterlife is all the thanks I need. That moron should have let me handle Geto's body too. You can say that again. Not that I believe in the afterlife anyway. And okay. Okay. Feel free to check out my proposals regarding conflict of interest. Okay, we don't care. We don't care, Gege. I honestly don't care. JJK ending sucks. I'm calling it now. Yeah, the ending's been pretty whack. This is Fushiguro. Got it. Oh, so he's getting a phone call. Understood. I'll head there now. So later, Shoko. Throws out the cigarette. Okay. The previously consumed Master Tengen was found among Sukuna's remains after he was torn from Fushiguro Megumi's body. What does this mean for Master Tengen's burial around Japan? It seems they'll remain in place as long as Sukuna's remains are preserved. That's relief. We should hurry and put into place contingencies and countermeasures. No need to be hasty. You're all still so young. I'll say, we might go Utahime. So, it just seems like everything just worked out. Nice and dandy. Okay, cool, whatever. Kamo and his family, that whole entire plot line, in my opinion, is garbage. I don't care about it. I don't think Gege made me care enough for it. It was kind of just thrown in the Culling games. So, I mean, I cool for him, I guess, but I don't really care about that man. So, anyways, you needn't worry yourselves with this just yet. Okay. This moment here is solid. Okay, this is cool. Him taking on that role, making sure the younger generation doesn't have to suffer. That's some cool development there. I mean, like, I wish that we got to see more of him as a character, but you know, this I'll take it. I'll take it. I've never asked what's your favorite Beyblade series. Right now it is Chozi. And why is it the Metal series? No, it's not. It's not. Right now it's Chozi. Right now it's specifically Chozi. That's my favorite. I'd rather Sukuna win and continue the cycle than this garbage. Honestly, I don't even know if that'd be better, but this rush slice of life content that Gege is just shoehorning in at the last minute is pretty garbage. So honestly, I might have even taken that. Okay, delivery. Maki giving the katana back. A katana! Curse tool. Now that the Culling games has ended, there will probably be talks about what to do with the incarnated types. Seeing as Megumi came back alive, they'll likely have Yuji and Hana remove the cursed objects from the victims' bodies. Then there's the players taken by the American military during all the chaos with the rule editions. We'll probably have to get them back. We can't let you go as exceptions just because you're friendly. You didn't hear it from me, but since they went public saying cursed spirits are a Tokyo exclusive phenomenon, even with the Culling games finished, that'll be a safe zone. Curses throughout Japan are sure to keep gathering there. That's where I'd hide out. I'll have no shortage of beasts to slice open. No thanks, sumo with cursed spirits sounds like a drag. Do whatever you want, just know this is the last time I'll be watching your back. Now scram. Hey Maki, when the time comes to give me the axe, you'd better be there. I'll be sure to cut you down. Heh. Okay. I mean, it's cool that we got a bit of acknowledgement about the American military, but that plotline just feels like it could have been delved into more. And again, with only one chapter left, it's what I expected. We get like some offhand remark about it, and then we kind of just keep it pushing because there's no time. These two characters, I don't care about Daido and whatever. I forget this guy's name, but I'm pretty sure the old man's name is Daido. Didn't really care about these two in the Culling games, and I don't really care about them now. So cool moment, I guess. While reading this chapter, I don't understand how people are saying like JJK is gonna get a part 2 because it seems like a lot of these plot lines are just concluding. So yeah, there's one chapter left. Why didn't Daido help? That's actually true. Yeah, why didn't they call this guy up to fight Sukuna? They had a month, so they could have found him. Yeah, because he was actually underrated in the Noya fight. Like, as a character, I don't care for him, but like if we're just talking strength wise, he was underrated in the Noya fight. Because I mean, like, he's healed from his injuries already, so he can clearly move around. And he's talking about cutting Maki down, so I mean, they could have hit him up during the month time skip. No, you're right. But hey, you know what? It's JJK. JJK is speeding to finish, yeah. By the way, is Shosi Part 2 going to come out? I talk about when it's going to come out. There's a video dropping tonight. It's like a Q&A video. I talk about it in there. Do you believe in JJK sequel or spin-off? I don't think we're getting a sequel. Spin-off? I don't think so. I think Gege is done with this series. Imagine Daido learned cursed energy. I mean, his whole stick is that he doesn't, so. Okay, magazines should... So we got Charles and his editor, I guess. Magazines should remain physical. Seeing a manuscript in print can provide valuable feedback for the author. Newcomers out to have their work printed next to a veteran author at least once. You have a bitter tale to tell there, don't you? I'm just a manga artist whose art sucks. This is gonna be like Boys Abyss, and the final panel is gonna be Charles' new manga called Jujutsu Kaisen. Watch. Better hurry. The print shop won't wait around for some newbies one shot, and they won't wait around for the pros either. Okay. Listen, it's fine to have your fair share of dirty jokes, but we should hold off on sex jokes. Sure, we're doing some inappropriate material, but it's about shit and piss, like Pyun, Maru, or Hattori-kun. Isn't that the same thing? Like I've been saying, they are completely different. Are you even listening? Whatever, man. Let's go rehearse the new things. Whoa, don't say that in public. You're paying today. Wait, what? You think rehearse is some kind of dirty word? So, I mean, they look like Ghetto, but I mean, like, he has his abilities, so maybe he just manifested someone. Maybe, like, manifested, like, an imaginary friend that can just come to life, and they're, like, they look like Ghetto, so now he just has a partner for life. Maybe that's what Takaba did. Takaba just used his CT, and he just manifested a human being out of thin air. And now he has a comedic partner for life. So, you know, happy conclusion for my man Takaba. You know, this is probably going to be the best thing in the chapter. Good for my man Takaba. I'm happy for him. I'll take this. You know, with all the garbage that's happened in the recent chapters, I will take this. I'm leaving here with something. So, good on my man's Takaba. Nice new video. Yeah, it's a Q&A video. Is going to drop at like 9 p.m. tonight. It's literally like almost 40 minutes long. I think it's like 39 minutes. It's a long video. I only read until the end of Shibuya, never picked it up. It's hard to I've heard its decline is real bad, so I may not check it out. I mean, obviously check it out, form your own opinions. But personally, I've been going between certain parts have been good, certain parts have been bad, but these last 5 chapters have just been atrocious. They have not been good at all. It's been a while. Huh? Oh. What do you want? I wanted to apologize for what I did back then, so we got a my apologizing. Okay, that's solid. Figures. I just wanted to fix things. No, okay. This moment's cool. This isn't bad. I mean, we're wasting panel time on this, but like it's not a horrible moment. Like, you know, there's a my conclusion. That's nice. It's cool. All right, Higuruma now. Looks like they're not gonna prosecute. Likely pressure from the top brass. I hear they're gonna work me to the bone as a sorcerer. Forgive me. What's left is a retrial. On behalf of the bereaved as their attorney, I'll be sure to really nail you, Mr. Higuruma. I'm counting on you. Okay, that's cool too. That's alright. Sukuna striking as he did would have to mean Fushiguro Megumi's memories regarding you have already been Unearth Hana. What's there to be embarrassed about? Shut up. Guy's thinking about when she fell for Sukuna's porn tier level acting and got cooked. I want to take responsibility for my actions. Let me be your right hand from now on, Kurusu. Do I hear wedding bells? So she was jumping the gun. That's not what I meant. I've got a mission, so I'll talk to you later. I moved too quickly. He got all tongue-tied. You know what? As they say, never hate, just wait your turn. What Hana? You know, she's been investing stocks into Megumi for years. She won. Once a scene like this happens, yeah, this ship is gonna become a thing. Final chapter, we're gonna get a time skip, and they're gonna be there together with kids. So I mean, I guess she won. I mean, they're both bums. So I mean, two losers getting together, it makes sense, you know. So hey, you know what? Whatever. Keep it pushing. Don't really care for this too much, but you know. Hana got Hana's first W in the series. She got the man she wanted, so you know. Game is game. Alright, I'm home. Hey. You left the hallway light on. Wanna go out to eat tonight? Oh, good idea. How about yakiniku? The victim is 126-year-old male Fukuzawa Sota. According to his fiance, his face began to look as though it were morphing as of 2 weeks ago. Doesn't look morphed to me. I mean, he just looks like a dude trying to be a pro wrestler. You're a rip, dude. What's your secret? Come on. I wrestled till high school. Apparently this is how your fiance is seeing you, which means the one actually cursed is big ol' eyes, massive, like 90s anime, like some filter. Me? Kugisaki. Alrighty, little lady, let's get you a physical. Apparently I'm hearing that people are saying that this is Nobara's sister, which if it is Nobara's sister, like, why are you doing this at like the last 2 chapters? Like, what are we doing? The residue here is only enough to cause an icky feeling, just as Ichiji said. There's a low chance that this is the work of a cursed spirit. You think? No cursed spirit is possessing her, and the residue is only enough to cause slight emotional unrest. This is probably the work of a curse user. Actually, I can't sense any intent to kill. It could be an awakened player that made it through the culling game. We know semi first grade cursed spirits possess free will, so they can hold back. And we've seen emulations increase the number of victims, like at Yasohachi Bridge. So we can't fully rule out the possibility of a cursed spirit. So it's basically just some cursed user harassment, right? That'll be a piece of cake for us. 3. Itadori, Fushiguro, Kugisaki, and a cursed user. Next issue, a center color spread. Next up, the final chapter, the gunfires for their last mission. What time is it for you right now? It's 2:17 p.m. Charles is just worse Rohan. Yeah. On the off chance JJK does continue, I feel like it would transition how Fire Force did to Soul Eater. Nah, Gege don't got the facilities to tie something in like that. I'm sorry. Yuji and 2 extras go on a mission. Pretty much. I feel like the last chapter is just gonna be them going on a mission. People are saying like Yuji's gonna die. I've heard people saying Yuji's gonna die, or like they're gonna somehow it's gonna be Sukuna, or it's gonna set up to something for part 2. I think that's copium. I genuinely think it's just gonna end the same way season 1 ends, with the scene of the 3 of them together. It's gonna be an easy mission. Maybe this curse user, while they die, they say some quote that's like reminiscent of what Yuji's grandpa said in the first chapter, but it's just gonna end on the three of them just hanging out and just having some fun, and they'll walk into the sunlight, and then that will be the end, and we'll have the final panel saying Jujutsu Kaisen. That's it. Like it's literally gonna end on some, this was our Jujutsu Kaisen. That's what the final chapter is most likely going to be. I don't ship it. I mean, the ship is garbage. This is not a good ship at all. But seems like it's happening, so. I think the mystery is annoying, though. Now we got people thinking Kenjaku is back. No, I mean, the mystery thing is just because, you know, you gotta, as an author, you gotta put that in there so that, you know, people come in to read the next chapter. But it being Kenjaku, doubt. Kenjaku stocks have plummeted to the 9th layer of hell. I don't think we're getting Kenjaku content, like you said. I think it's cope. This truly was our sorcery fight for real. Let's send 2 semi special grades and one grade 1 sorcerer to deal with a grade 2 awakened sorcerer. This is a perfect resource management after losing 50% of our manpower. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, but hey, you know, I gotta have the last moment of the trio together, even though we rarely ever get to see them be a trio. So this whole chapter, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scrolling through all the panels. It's like, it's all right, I guess. Like in a vacuum, calm chapter. But if I look at it with the rest of the series attached to it, oh, this chapter stinks. Like again, the first page is already garbage. Sumiki's grave, but no Gojo's grave. This is just convenient as hell. This I don't care about. This I don't care about. And like these other moments are like, okay, Takaba stuff's good. These other moments are like, okay, I guess. But it's like we're wasting panel time on this. We got like 1 more chapter left. Like the offhanded comments about the US military right here. It's like, okay. Like, there's just so many things in this manga where I feel could have been delved into more, wasted potential. Just feels like a lot of what JJK is right now. So, again, I don't really think there's a lot to talk about with this chapter. It's mid, yeah, it's a mid chapter, honestly. But we will be there next week with the final JJK chapter. Again, I don't really think there's much to say about this. Like, I don't think this cursed user that they're gonna fight is gonna be some really strong opponent. Like, we have Yuji here who has a domain. We have Megumi here who's trash, but I mean, he'll be a solid support. And then Nobara is a cracked support. So they are going to body this curse user. Like, there's no way this curse user is going to be some insane powerhouse. I highly doubt it. So it's probably going to be like a very easy mission, and then there'll just be some moments of the trio together. So yeah, there's not really much to talk about with this chapter. It's just, it's a weird chapter to drop when you only have 1 more left. So that was JJK. Gonna keep it pushing. Oh yeah. Somebody wanted me to read this, but I think this is like a long theory thread, so we'll read that after we do all the other chapters. All right, next is Kagurabachi. Okay. Time to push the Kagurabachi agenda? Yes, sir. Wouldn't it be great if everyone was dressed in black and got a funeral of everyone who died so far, and they say one thing they loved about each person? That'd be great. I feel like that's something you do if, like, what the average person would do when they're writing a series. Like, it just seems like common sense. But for Gege, no, it's not common sense. We're gonna just not acknowledge Gojo like that at all. We're not gonna have characters who claim to love the man, you know, talk about or grieve about him after all the fighting is over, the time when they should be grieving. No, we're not gonna do any of that. It's just, it's weird. It doesn't make sense. It's off. But I've like mentally moved on from the foolishness in JJK. I'm just kind of like, you know what, it's JJK. All right, Kagurabachi now, chapter 50, Interception. 18 years ago, during the Seitai War, this country was protected by the enchanted blades, but now Japan is in a state of chaos. It's if evildoers kill the sword's internal contractors and become able to use the swords, we are doomed. Shiba has told you more than 100 times that I'm a hero. But I want you to remember something. The true heroes are the ones who risked their lives to support my ideals and wielded the swords on the battlefield. You said that more than 100 times too. Well, I'll say it again. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 times. I can't let them die too. He's far from here. Now Chihiro can really go all out, but we still have to be on guard. If the enemy comes, I'll protect you. I appreciate that. For now, let's focus on getting to safety. Let's hurry to Senkutsuji Temple. That's right. Someone will be at the next station waiting to take us to Senkutsuji. Senkutsuji. Gojo who? For real. I can't believe they infiltrated a Koku Goku. That's freaky. While worrying won't do us any good, we've got to keep Uraha and the others alive. Oh, they're here. Oh, so these are new characters now. So we got some guy here with interesting looking eyebrows, and we got this woman with markings on her face, and they're drawing some appears to be some ritual. Okay. Someone on Twitter will probably make a tweet about what this is referencing. Someone will find it. I ain't doing that work, but someone will. Oh. You're the two from Masumi. It's truly thanks to these two youngsters. Long time no see. Thank goodness you're alive. That mandala. I see. Are we flying direct from here? So this is like a teleportation symbol? Yes, Mr. Samura is waiting too. Mr. Samura, it's been so long. Samura. Oh yeah, okay, so it's teleports them. Do you read Dandadan or Gachi Akuta? I need to catch up on Gachi Akuta. I haven't read it in a while, but I've been hearing good things. I read it up to like chapter 20 something, I think. That was like a while back. And then I didn't pick it up. I didn't continue it. So, some point I should just binge it. Because I do like binging series. I don't like reading a lot of series weekly. But yeah, I've been hearing good things, so maybe at some point. Okay, so they got teleported. Whoa. We were on a cliff. This is halfway up to Mount Furuma, Nara Prefecture. Senkutsuji Temple. Okay. Tonk. Okay, we got the blind guy. We heard the plan. You're going to teleport the enchanted blades? Yes. The enemy will reach Senkutsuji soon. Before they get here. Long time no see. Huh? Sniffing him, then he grabs him. Yo, Ura, glad you made it. Long time no see, Mr. Samura. Who's this? This little squirt smells like Chihiro, but he's not Chihiro. He's the one who's teleporting the enchanted blades. You knew about Chihiro? Well, for about 10 years after the war, I knew nothing. They must have kept Rokuhira's whereabouts super top secret. But totally by accident. I'm Chihiro's friend. Chihiro told me about you. Okay, Hakor, relax. I've met one of the sword bearers. His name's Mr. Samura. Mr. Shiba took me into the world a few times, hiding my identity as Rokuhira's son. Go have some fun every now and then. Oh, okay, so at a festival. Look, Chihiro, grilled squid. We just had that. Hey, who do we have here? It picks up nicely. It's around 110. Oh, okay, that's a good amount of chapters. Yeah, that's I got like 100 plus chapters to binge. Okay, cool. All right, maybe I can start binging that this week. All right, sounds good. If it isn't Shiba, long time no see. How long has it been? More than 10 years? This guy. Oh, Samura. What are you doing here? I was just passing by when I caught a whiff of a familiar smell, so I sniffed on over. This guy just be sniffing people. This guy's a weirdo. That makes no sense. Shiba, I smelled you, and Roku here is scent. I mean, I guess he has to because he's blind, but the way he going about sniffing people, he a bit off. My dad told me about him. He's blind, but his other senses are extremely sharp. Well, so Roku here is alive and well. And you were involved in the disappearance after the war. Doing detective work by smell? And this kid is Roku Hira's son, right? Wait, no need to hide it. I see it all. This kid reeks of Roku Hira. Okay, that's funny. I never imagined he had a son, but there's no mistaking that smell. Sorry, this must be pretty creepy for a kid. Well, you figured it out. Freaky. At least Roku Hira hasn't been all alone this whole time. I've heard a lot about you. My father always said you guys who wielded the swords are the true heroes. Yo, the true heroes. The Homelander quote. Heroes. Tell him he's the hero. All I did was wield it. Everyone says the other guy's a hero. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. So what's your name? Chihiro. Oh, I like the ring of that. Samurai, you're really creepy. Sorry, but that's all we can tell you. Yeah, I understand. Some of those Kamunabi guys are a real pain. I get it all, including why you kept it a secret. Makes a guy feel lonely though. Sorry. Hey, what are you doing? Just your face. Show me your face. This guy. So this is a flashback? Yeah, it's flashback. Chihiro told me about you. He was pretty weird. Yeah, this guy's pretty off, but he seems like a fun character. I guess and his design's cool too. I guess I made a strong impression. I'd love to see him again. So where is he now? What's he up to? I heard he was coming here. Chihiro is... Okay, so we got people surrounding the place. Got a grenade, I think. The enemy. No time for chit-chat, huh? The enemy's here. Mobilize everyone. The enemy's here. Let's get you to the treatment room. Treatment? Uraha. You've been through a lot. Get some rest. I hear it will take a few days for your powers to come back. The treatment is to minimize that time. Sure, but it's not like a physical injury. My head feels weird and... I understand. I'm a sorcerer too. There's no time. Lie down. You have an enchanted blade. Are you sure you made the right decision leaving them on their own? Uraha and your friends were headed towards this word keeps messing me up. Senkutsuji, right? There will be 2 blade contractors without any protection from an enchanted blade. They are quite the target. There will be more corpses. Okay, this panel here kind of hard. Got that aura. You looking cool. He's talking crazy. He's saying, hey, Chihiro, your people gonna die. You kind of cooked. We can't let the contractors die. And then he remembers the immediate pack watch that happened here. It was sad. It was a sad sight. They got cooked. It's all right. Focus on the treatment. But Mr. Uraha, the security's several times stronger here than at Kokugo. Huh? But isn't that because the guards are better? If only I were as strong as him, we wouldn't have lost a single life at Kokugoku. Ooh, okay, time to see what he's cooking. With him as Senkutsuji, they're invincible. Oh, so they're gassing this guy, so... Stronger than Chihiro? New top 1? That's the reason Chihiro split off from us. And he'll do whatever is necessary to prepare a counterattack. With a regular sword? If that's coming from Mr. Uraha, who is that guy? Who is this guy? He's fighting with that? Yo, he's different. He's different. Mr. Samura, Chihiro will be here soon with information from the Hishaku. Wonderful. I look forward to seeing him again. Well, I don't want to greet him empty-handed. 30 minutes. I will recover this guy's power, so hold him off for 30 minutes. No worries. Ooh, okay. He's cold. With a regular sword, he will send you all to hell. Nah, this guy's clean. This guy's clean. Samura's existed for less than 4 hours and people already suggesting voice actors for him. The 2 suggestions so far in Japanese are Kenjiro Suda, voice of Nanami, and Kishibe, Chainsaw Man, and Gojo's VA. I would like Nanami. Nanami or Kishibe makes sense to me. Or, let me think. I mean, I'm like, this character doesn't seem that old. I'm getting like mid-30s. Mid-30 vibes. So I'm getting like a rough, raspy voice from this character, vibe-wise. Seems like a decent chapter. They really glaze in this, man. Yeah, no, next chapter seems hype. We're gonna see some showcase from Samura. Yeah, solid chapter though. Nothing too crazy. Honestly, I thought we were gonna continue what was going on here in this fight, but seems not. Seems like we'll get some content here, which is good because, you know, some non-Chihiro action is always good for this series. You know, we don't want this to be the Chihiro show all the time. Gojo, I can't see Gojo. Yeah, Gojo's voice actor, from what I'm seeing from this character so far, I don't know. I don't know if I see the vision for that. Because Gojo's voice actor always plays like a lot of goofy characters. Or like, they have cool moments, but they have like a playful side. Like Gojo's voice actor is voicing Shido for Blue Lock. So I don't know. I don't get that vibe from Samura. But yeah, chill Kagurabachi chapter. I'm going through the pages. This flashback was nice too. I like the flashback here. That was cool. Really, it was like short, simple, made us kind of understand the type of person Samura is. It was nice. It was nice. Calm chapter. Let me check. Let me catch up on chat. Okay, I don't think anyone's saying anything. I'm like blitzing through this stuff because trust me, I have stuff I gotta do today. I'm like speed blitzing through everything. All right, Ichi the Witch now. Chapter 3. 25 pages again. I gotta read a lot. I don't like reading, you know. just put pages on the screen with no text, man. All right. And Broken. I think that's how I say it. Broken. Okay, so we got some. Okay. Oh, this thing just died. Bird got zapped. Third hunt, Raiko Magic. So a lightning magic. Ah, yes. There's nothing like the smell of seared flesh. The Raiko Magic. It's been 2 weeks since I manifested in this world. I fried about every animal in this area, and so far, witches haven't come to try and acquire me. Like at all. Bro's living his best life. There should be a human village some miles from here. I think it's time I was on my way to fry some humans. I am the flame sparked from lightning. I become an electric current that surges through the body, boiling a creature's blood and cooking them from the inside. I am a powerful, dreadful, terrifying magic. I'm so scary I'll make your hair stand on end. Literally. This guy's just glazing himself. Insane amount of glaze. He's like, I'm that guy. I'm that magic. Since I'm going all the way there, I might as well fry all the humans in the village. Look at the tail wagging. Yeah. I'll make a scene so grisly the witches who rush to their aid will faint from horror. With that, I'll make my name as the newest of the nefarious human hater magics. And from there, I'll grow in power until I stand as the greatest of all lightning magics. Oh, but that's just the beginning. Yes, That will be but the first page of my legend. Well, the second Ichi found you, it's wraps, my guy. It's over. Must have imagined it. Oops. My heart jewel got smudged. The trial for acquiring me is to steal this heart jewel without getting struck by my lightning even once. That's one very cruel trial, if I do say so myself. I can see it already. The looks of anguish on the witches' faces as they try and fail again and again. I'm getting a bit too worked up. I should calm down. Ooh. Oh no, they're hyping up himself over for them. Not for real. Like, he's getting too hyped. He's getting way too gassed up. He thinks he's cooking, but yeah, it's over. It's over. Oh, he's getting baited. It's wraps. Over there. Sweet serendipity. I can't believe I get a chance to do a test fry before reaching the village. This will be my very first human victim. Frying them in one go won't be any fun. I'm going to play. Now, human! Give me a good look at your face as you tremble in abject terror. As I, the dreaded Raiko, deliver unto you your doom! Oh, 4K. 4K, bro. They got his ass in 4K. Huh? Cooked immediately. Fell for the oldest trick in the book. Bodied. He has to hold this. What? Just... Oh, interesting. So this is a magic. It's surprisingly light for its size. And I took it down without using Uroro, just as you said. You've got to be all like, rah. Okay. Yep, looks like the magically infused trap we set was enough. Okay, time to butcher it. No butcher it. I'm crying. Huh? You again. Shaka. Jeez, this poor thing I can't bear to watch. What the heck have you done to it? He's like, Uro's like, yo, you hurt my people, man. Come on, man. Don't do him like that. That's the homie. What's that rope around its neck? It's a noose trap. Oh, that? Plus this end and the noose tightens. It's really handy. Foxes have a quirk. When they pounce on prey, they really want that pounce to be to the northeast, if possible. Put some bait to its northeast and lure it there, and it's highly likely the fox will go for it. Really? Education. Plus, I can completely understand why it couldn't stop itself from pouncing. Who could, with someone as elegant and delicate and gorgeous as me as bait? Elegant? Delicate? Yeah, you are none of these. You are none of these. What's the cloth? It's fabric I soaked in wood vinegar. Oh, she hating. Yo, you got a problem? that's what she really is. She a hater. That's what she is. She's not elegant or delicate. She's just a hater. Foxes don't like its pungent smell. This one seems to have a particularly sharp nose, so I figured a healthy whiff of it might knock it out. Okay, fine. I get all the logic and stuff. But that's not how it's supposed to go. It's more like this. Fantastical image. The tense atmosphere as the witch and the magic face off. The proud introductions. There's a whole culture behind building just the right scene. Is that why it was shouting random things? We overheard what its trial is and everything. Oh, bro was saying all that out loud. He wasn't just thinking that in his head. Oh, he an idiot. He an idiot. One of the basic tenets of hunting is the ambush. Why do I need to introduce myself to my prey? Your prey, huh? This magic killed for fun.
It wasn't hungry, its life wasn't in danger, it burned other creatures purely because it felt like it. That isn't hunting, that's murder. It had no problem toying with others, thus it had no right to complain about others toying with it. Interesting, he looks at magics in a fundamentally different way. Yeah, okay, interesting.
Is that true or cap about foxes? I don't know. I ain't a hunter. Someone gotta look that up and fact check. Oh, okay. Someone in chat just said the whole northeast thing is true. They want to be 20 degrees from the magnetic north. Oh, okay. Okay. They really said F your stupid tropes of speaking during the battle. Yeah, they said I don't care about this introductions. Just run these hands. I'm gonna catch you off guard. We're gonna sneak attack you. Game is game. I respect it. Witches tend to view magics as monsters to be feared and respected. When we face one, we focus on his powers. In this Raiko's set case, that would be its lightning abilities. But Ichi is different. He observed the magic in its natural habitat for a whole day. Oh, he did that for a whole day? Oh, he was serious about this. Oh, dang. Learning its animal habits and finding a weakness to exploit from there. Treating magics as just another living creature and hunting them as one. Okay, you know, at least he's showing the magics respect in that aspect. Hey, should I stab its heart or cut its throat? Just to be sure. Nah, I can already see the girls at the Witches Association keeling over in a faint. Just cut that heart jewel free before it wakes up. Let's at least take its pelt. Just do it. Okay. Ichi Witch got potential. Sub. What's good, Arcane? No, yeah, guys, it got potential. This chapter reading right now is pretty solid. What's this? A magic stone. It's basically proof that you've acquired that magic. Keep it on you at all times, okay? But Uroro didn't turn into one when I beat it. It's the exception, not the rule. I guess you could say that I have a gem of a personality. I'm a treasure just as I am. Oh, Uroro, my god. Uroro is my favorite character in this series so far. I love him. You're awfully filthy for a gem, and ugly, and foul-mouthed, and gross. Damn, they hate not. Nah, stop hating on him. Stop hating on him. Stop hating on the best character. Sure, go ahead, say what you want, you two. Exactly. He knows he's top one. He knows he's him. He knows he's him. There's nothing carved inside it too. There's something carved inside it too. That's its chant. Speak it and Raiko will activate, so don't say it just yet, okay? What was that? Oh, did she put a spell on him so he won't speak? Okay, I like how they got Uroro like drawn peering out of like part of his hair. That's cute. Okay, woo. This ought to be appeasement enough. Discaris, where in the name of all that's holy are you? Do you have any idea how much paperwork your mess has left me? Whoopsie daisy. Return to this instant and report. Sorry. Okay, some of the faces she makes are kind of funny in this chapter. 50 chapters of Kagurabachi already. I know, it's crazy. Ichi out here playing like it's Monster Hunter for real. Everyone is waiting for you with bated breath. You have the young man with you, correct? Yeah. She seems so tired of everything. Bring him with you without fail. We await you in the capital of Natali. At the Matinal Witches Association. Is it me or are you extra fancy? You know, see how she code switched? The second she got to the capital, she code switched immediately. She left all the hater energy behind. She's like, let me look elegant for everyone. I know what she is. I know what she is. So, next chapter will be Witches Association. So, we'll get the standard meeting all the people at the Witches Association. They're probably gonna start hating on our boy. But as long as I get more Uroro content, I'll be happy. I honestly have all the chapters we've read so far out of JJK, Kagurabachi, and Ichi the Witch. I would say Ichi the Witch is definitely my favorite chapter so far of the stuff we've read. Good chapter. Good chapter. Let me see what chat's saying. Okay, nothing so far. Okay, all good, all good. But no, yeah, this chapter is good. The whole beginning section with the Raiko was pretty funny. Bro felt like he was him. He was talking crazy and he got caught lacking. It was funny. It was funny. I hope this I hope for like the first couple of chapters this series is more like chill. Can spend half a chapter doing a funny gag like that. And then we had the cool rural content. So my man knowing that he's where's that panel? My man knowing that he's the greatest. I'll definitely probably use this like imagery act so I'm talking to people like, oh, you talking about me? Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Like, respect Uro. All three characters are the golden trio thus far. Yeah, no, they really play off each other well. All three of them. They got a really funny dynamic, so I've been enjoying it. Ichi can definitely become the best of 2025. Yeah, it's got potential. It's got potential. So we'll see. All right. Next is Undead Unluck, because I've been hearing that it from this chapter, it looks like this series is getting rushed or axed. So time to peep this real quick. Open the quests. Okay, so the fact that this is called Ragnarok is insane. Because I thought we were gonna fight the rules first before Ragnarok. It's kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. Huh? But it hasn't been 3 months yet. Time manipulation. There's one of them who I could see pulling that off. If I recall, it's the geezer sitting in the 7th seat. If he's Uma Time, then that checks out. Now that he's free, I reckon he'd be able to interfere on the scale. But why now? The reason is clear as day. It's to prevent injustice from manifesting, even if it means resorting to unorthodox methods. And with injustice not around, that'll beat us down. Makes sense? That is why all the remaining 10 superior rules are joining the fray. So that's what I'm saying. I thought we were gonna have like a whole arc, like, I mean, like the whole arc could be like fighting all of them at once. But I'm hearing people saying like this chapter goes right into Ragnarok, which means like we're just throwing away all of these characters is a bit wild. Like that's pacing, that's moving way too fast, but I'll keep reading. Damn, I should have considered this. Even when they were being restrained by you, they were able to indirectly interfere with this world. It's like the time manipulation strategy we use to bypass quests. There's no reason why we wouldn't be able to do it. That we've lost the 3 months needed for injustice's manifestation. If we don't overcome these quests, then Ragnarok will be upon us. Even if the rewards for these quests are the sacred spirit treasures, we'd have no time to search for any of the 1 month past. Activating the penalty. Ragnarok. Huh? Wait a second. So they don't even have... So they're already getting hit with penalties for Ragnarok? They're just going right into it? Yeah, okay. This seems... I'm not gonna lie. This seems very rushed already. What do you mean 1 month's already passed? Okay. I'm with Fuko here. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Hey, what's the big idea, Luna? Why won't you let us act? Why, you ask? Why do you all expect after having been detained solely by Undead, now return to being a part of him? I'd find that way more amusing. I see. From the very start, Fuko, the 10 superior rules. The 10 superior rules have descended on Earth after being freed from Andy. We spotted pillars of light coming from the locations where they landed. What is going on? At long last, the time has come. You have all done a fine job, which is exactly why I want you to show me by overcoming him at his best. I want you to show me the true value of the rules unknown to me. Yeah. Sheesh. What are you freaking out for? They're the ones who are freaking out right now, you know?
So did we just throw away all of these characters? So all of the master rules, we just threw them away and we're just immediately going in to fight the sun? For real? What? Yo, you know what this reminds me of? This moment right here. This is some Kaguya Madara foolishness. That's what this is. Wait. Yeah, I think they all just got absorbed. I think yeah, wait. Okay, let me just keep reading. Let me just keep reading. Has Jump not learned to stop rushing these mangakas? I mean, Undead Unluck hasn't been selling well, so I mean, it's not too surprising, but they've let it run on for so long. So for it to seem like the higher ups at Jump said end this series now is insane. No, this chapter is way too fast. But okay, let me keep reading. Okay, they're the ones who are freaking out right now, you know. Those guys are feeling so up against the ropes that they had to bust out this little secret cheat of theirs. It's the foundation you've all laid. Juiz is injustice from the past and us. The current union, that's what made them do this. Let's go, you bunch of lugs. Yeah, they're fighting God right now. Just launched an attack. Now, let us begin. The final battle for the fate of this planet. Ragnarok. Yeah, all the master rules just died, basically. They got absorbed and we're going right into the final boss. We're immediately going into the final boss. And they haven't used Remember yet, so... Nah, no. They just immediately rushed into Ragnarok. What the hell is this chapter? What the hell? It's clearly making room for Hunter x Hunter. I mean, no, I don't think Hunter x Hunter. Making room for something else. Probably a new series. What in the hell is this chapter? No, this chapter is not it. What? Bro, Soul just died in like a page. Bro got packed up in like a page. Because the series was setting up that we were gonna fight like all of these master rules. Obviously, they weren't gonna have their own arc because I feel like that would take too long. But, you know, with things speeding up, I was thinking, okay, makes sense that we'll spend one arc fighting all of them together. And we'll just do it in one arc. And maybe that arc is like 15, 20 chapters. And we just beat all the master rules there. And we fight Soul. Like, there was stuff set up like Soul was going to be this big, important character. And, you know, there were moments of their foreshadowing that he was probably going to have some deep backstory or something like that. But he was set up to be something more than that. Because I feel like I'm going to go online and I'm going to hear people say like, oh, no, this made sense. No, these characters were set up to be something more than what we got. This is clearly giving Axed vibes. Like the series is getting told, you know, you got to wrap this up in like 10 chapters. What is this? Like this happening right now is too early. It's way too early. Ragnarok already? Nah, this is not it. Is this Samurai 8 ass pacing? I think it is. It might be worse. They already got JJK for that Arcane. JJK and JJK's ending next week. You should read Shinobi Undercover. It's cute, nothing revolutionary, but it's cute. Okay, I mean, I'll probably read that on my own time though, because we're reaching 3 p.m. So
after we finish talking about Undead Unluck, I'm gonna read that. Somebody told me to read a theory thread on JJK. We'll read that, and then I gotta probably eat, take a break, and then gotta get ready for the stream on Twitch tonight. This sound like JJK when killed Kinjaku or Naruto. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like this feels like Kaguya. This feels worse than the Kaguya stuff. What? I'm actually, because I heard about what was going on in this chapter. Like I heard people talking about it online earlier today, but I didn't think it was this bad. What? No, what happened to Soul is just nasty. This is disgusting. This is disgusting work. I see from the very start. In that case, nah. What? Yo, nothing about this chapter makes any sense. I'm not gonna hold you. This feels like we just threw away 20 chapters worth of content and then just said we're going to the end. A lot of these characters too that are gonna be in this final battle, I think they could use some more, like one more arc to get some development, so that when we fight, when we're in this final Ragnarok fight, it hits harder. I don't feel like we've gotten that. I don't feel like we've gotten that enough in this loop. And again, like, Remember hasn't been used yet, so all of these characters, not all of these characters have their old memories back. So this is cooked. Undead Unluck is cooked. Undead Unluck is cooked. Cobra Kai pacing is crazy. Kaguya is overhated, especially looking at the other rushes. Hey, with me, they're all bad. To me, they're all bad. I don't care about which one's more bad than the other. They're just all bad to me. JJK is not axe, but Gege being an axe, yeah. At least Naruto got sequel. This shit not. Yeah, this. I am genuinely surprised at how bad this chapter is. I feel bad. I feel bad for the author. I'm gonna be honest, because I get the vibes he didn't. I get the vibes the author didn't want to rush this. This feels like something from the higher ups, the editorial staff, that are like, this series not selling, now you gotta rush it, even though they let the author go on for 223 chapters. So this is just unfortunate, because I think Undead Unluck had potential to be better. Because I've been feeling like the last few chapters have been off, with Andy coming back and being as strong as he was, literally fodderizing Ruin. I was like, this, the progression of power seems off. And I remember I tweeted about that, and people were telling me, no, it makes sense. And then look, here, rush ending. So it's like, I wasn't crazy. I was reading those chapters and I was saying, this doesn't feel right. This is weird. This is horrendous pacing. Honestly, I think long running series are over. Might be. In long running series, like if you're not One Piece, or if you're a long running series and you're not selling crazy, might be cooked. Well, for Weekly Shonen Jump standards. But no, yeah. Undead definitely could have been 300 chapters plus chapters. Yeah, like I think Undead Unluck could have been like 280. Yeah, 300 or like 280. Honestly, I think like again, like a 20-ish chapter arc fighting all of the master rules. And then we go into this here, Ragnarok, and Ragnarok should be like a 25 chapter arc, 25-30. I'm just thinking like Undead Unluck standards. Like Undead Unluck has fast pacing. So I'm just taking that into account. But this is just nah. Yeah. Shame. And then look, it's cooked. Okay. Let's read this JJK theory now. As the people on Twitter say, unmoved unselling. That's what's happened to Undead Unluck. Unmoved unselling. Or they got comments. Let's see this. Is an axe coming? I understand why people are nervous and I don't want to jinx it, but there are like 3 or 4 signs in this chapter that this isn't just a rush job to the end. Soul and Luna did not seem on the same page, for one, and Andy said the same thing. I said last chapter the rules are desperate right now. I don't anticipate this being the last we see of them. I don't know. This seems like cope. I'm gonna be honest. It seems like copium. Skipping ahead to Ragnarok certainly was a twist. Hopefully this isn't really the final arc because it feels a little too fast even by Tozuka standards. That's what I'm saying. But I'm gonna be honest, it feels like it's getting rushed. Not sure how I feel about this. I'll defer judgment for now. Why the skip? Second with seriously end. I don't know. From the way the last couple chapters have been going in this, I'm getting rushed ending Axe vibes. Because again, the series is not selling well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next chapter. If in the next like 3 chapters it seems like they're about to win this battle, then that tells you all you need to know. But okay, let's read this now. Uncontinued, unfinished. Yep, that is Undead Unluck right now. A lot of new gen, like popular one, could easily be 300 plus. I agree. Undead more like Beyond Dead. Yeah. Cooked series. Unfortunate though. Okay. Why the hell is JJK 270 called Dream's End? Let me full screen this. JJK 270 being titled Dream's End is so ominous. There's some Umineko type beat. That's some Umineko type beat. I'm not sure if I could even judge this chapter as presented because of this. In fact, I'm holding off on posting the other analysis I had for today because I'm no longer am certain of what JJK 268 and 270 are. There's 2 lines of thought I have. Gege suffering from burnout and bad working conditions plus rushing has caused the writing to decline. Gege has had a hidden A save for the final chapter and the weird writing is deliberate. I'm going to humor option 2, but only because the title of the chapter is called Dream's End. The most hear me out discussion under the cut, using TCB scans and leaks, click images for caption citations. Okay, I think it's number 1, but I'll entertain number 2. So keep reading. Okay, preface. Without love, it cannot be seen. This is a phrase and philosophy I have borrowed from Umineko, which I do gotta read, by the way, because I've heard good things about Umineko, and I love Higurashi, so I feel like I kind of have to. Since I started these JJK Yap Fest, it essentially boils down to discard your negative biases and try to examine things in good faith. Okay, cool. I'm down to do that. JJK 268 and 269 have tested that for me. I've been giving Gege and the characters a pretty hard time with the caveat of knowing how exploitive the manga industry is. I initially rejected the idea that these chapters were to be taken at anything other than face value because of this. In fact, I cited the JJK 268 chapter title of finale as a reason I've accepted things as is. With that same logic, I'm now doing the opposite, so hear me out. I've got some pretty good reasons to be doing this. Okay. It's a shame since the author really seems passionate about their story and not just the fights. Yeah, like, I mean, I got problems with Undead Unluck, but it seems like the author, like, they care about their story. Yo, why is that stuff over here on the screen? This is like my first time using Tumblr, and it's just pure horniness. Like, no, get that away. All right. There's a lot of things in these chapters that are fundamentally inconsistent with what's been established with the manga. If we use option 1 to explain these contradictions, there are at least second retcons because Gege forgot. Option 2, we're about to have the rug pulled the hell out of under us because the last 3 chapters have been delusions. What first tipped me off
to something possibly being wrong on purpose was the fate of the incarnated Culling Games players in JJK 270. Not too long ago, it was established that the souls of non-reincarnated vessels were unsavable. No, you're right. That's a good point. That's a good point. Honestly, I forgot about that. But that's a good point. That's a good point. Trust me, I mean, I feel like it genuinely is just Gege is just tired of the series. He forgot. I mean, it's not the first time Gege's done that, so. The souls are suppressed in a way that distorts them permanently, or their consciousness is outright destroyed. They were gambling on Megumi's survival due to him being a sorcerer and Sukuna's incarnation method being unique. 99% of them will die, and those survive will likely be vegetables. So why is there a sudden gamble on their survival in JJK 270? It's such a neat and fine bow to tie this mess up that goes directly against existing lore, so it's so ideal that it makes me suspicious. Brain damage from sorcery or on non-sorcerers have been established as extremely taxing. I think that Gojo limited void the most when it comes to this. Non-sorcerers are hit by it for 0.2 seconds and required medical intervention for 2 months to fully heal from it. Sukuna, the absolute strongest, tanked some of it and it affected him for the rest of the battle. And then we have Megumi, who's under it for about 6 minutes and seems to have very little problems from it. No, everyone in the fandom has said Megumi just like saying, oh, you know, unlimited void is only causing me to feel a bit foggy is stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. This is bad writing. It's bad writing. No, I agree. I chalk this up to just Gege just wants to be done. He just wants to be done with JJK. Like, I get it. Bro just wants to get out of here. I understand. What are we talking about? Oh, I'm just reading a Tumblr thread that someone suggested I should read on stream, where they're just talking about why they think JJK chapter 270 is named this way. And so far it's kind of, they're just talking about what the issues they have with the recent chapters, and they're going to talk about like why they think this recent chapter is like, I'm thinking they're probably setting up that they believe that this is set up for a part 2, or that the stuff happening in this chapter is like a dream sequence or whatever, but we just started reading it, so Gege forgot. That's what I feel like. This is bizarre. Someone who underwent the month-long bath and unlimited void without reverse curse technique RCT should be struggling to even stand after waking up. Sukuna has RCT and Gojo's brain damage still took him out. This screams of inconsistent writing unless this is a deliberate hint that something is amiss. Again, I feel that it's just bad writing, but we'll continue. I'll look at it from the lens that maybe it's not. Maybe Gege's cooking something. I want to draw attention to the panel. Megumi's unlimited void damage is addressed just about everything that's been seemingly waiting around in the same spot for him to wake up. It's a bit weird given that sorcerers don't usually do that. They usually get a move on as soon as possible. And after the destruction of Shinjuku and the Culling Games players still running about, why would they take a breather to discuss their plans at work? Same question. Again, trust me, I have an answer for that. The only reason this chapter was written was because Gege has Twitter and he saw everything people were saying and he's like, well, I'm going to tell you why it didn't work. I'm going to tell you why they couldn't do this and this. I thought everything through. This was a chapter where the author just inserted themselves in the characters to speak to anyone making any sort of valid criticism. And it was cringe. Trust me. I agree. Them sitting there talking about the stuff that they're talking about doesn't make sense in story. It's just there because the author wanted to say that to people's faces. So it's a weird chapter. It's a weird chapter. All right, thank you. Gotta go. Thanks for pulling up, Genesis. See ya. Disney Kaisen. Yep. I don't even know if I want a part 2 anymore. I don't want a part 2. There's nothing really to do in a part 2. I don't want to see a part 2. There's not much really there for a part 2. I'm gonna be honest, because Gege seems like he's already just wrapping up things like haphazardly. So, hey guys, it's okay no chapter, pretty much. But that's not what that's not what started bothering me about that panel after reading JJK 270. It's that characters who aren't even in the room start appearing without warning. Look, who's behind Maki to the left, it's Kusakabe. And to her and Yuta's right, Inomaki. So why is it that Hakari, Kiara, and Ino are in Kusakabe's place while Todo spawns where Inomaki is, and Yuta is facing the wrong direction too? Might be cooking something here. Might be cooking something here. This is a good point. Again, there have been lots of times in the series where Gege has just messed up positioning of characters or just forgets to give Megumi his face markings. So could be that. Could be that. It's not the first time Gege's done that. Plus, there's been many times where like Gege will draw a fight scene and it's like hard to understand what's going on with like body movements of characters. So I wouldn't put it past them. But this is a good point though. This is like the first really good point in this thread. So potentially there might potentially be some weird dream things going on here. So good point. Good point. It's pretty weird, right? You can chalk it up to Gege forgot, but it doesn't stop there. Higuruma enters the discussion in a way that causes Yuji to pause. I think it's just because of the line he said, but this is a fair point.
That was a close call. Gege is calling you idiots out.
Yeah, I know that was a weird. This whole section was cringe. But yeah, these 2 points that this person is talking about. Okay, I'm on board. Maybe we'll see. Why is Yuji surprised to see him? And where the heck did he come from? Shouldn't he know of his survival by now? I mean, he should, but again, this is JJK, so. And why is he in a cast? Higuruma had learned RCT and fully restored his arms before leaving the battlefield. If he's conscious, then he shouldn't be able to heal himself fully, no problem. He should be able to heal himself fully, no problems. And that got me thinking, why is Yuji still missing his fingers? It was established that he kept his fingers unhealed to help with Yuta's plan. This means that if he won, he had no need to keep them missing. Yuji has fully regenerated missing chunks of his face. Including his eye and stomach. He has RCT just like Higuruma, but doesn't end there either. Yuji's number of fingers on his left hand keep changing. Number of fingers on his left hand keep changing. Four fingers, 3 fingers, dubious numbers of fingers, 5 fingers. Once again, you can try to get forgot, but 270 came out and the same problem started happening with Megumi scars. Okay, this one feels like a reach. Because again, it's not like Gege has not done that type of stuff before. This feels like a reach. Gege messing up on drawing the amount of fingers a character has, that's a Gege moment. Gege is just inconsistent, that's what I'm saying. This point here, with the placements of characters, that's a good point. This stuff, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not on that. The same mistake is made with the same set of panels and very big page. That's weird. I'm chalking that up to his Gege. Once again, you can chalk it up to Gege forgot, but when these errors occur, like when Yuta mistakenly having his ring on in 251, Gege will note the mistake outright. Gege has made no such comments for Yuji's fingers or the scars. This many errors in a row, and Gege has otherwise been careful with these features, could indicate it really is on purpose. Kind of like Sukuna's ever-changing mask. The thing was just moving around and pulsing. That was deliberate, not inconsistency. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. That is a fair point. I don't know. I kind of gets the vibe where it's like, well, I mean, there's like 2 chapters left, so it's like, what's the point of me getting on about my own inconsistencies now? Like, I'm just like, a lot of these chapters do feel like he's just phoning them in. I'm gonna be honest. So, but again, I will say this is a fair point. This is a fair point. Nitpicking. I don't know if that counts as nitpicking. The whole point of this guy's this person's thing is to
talk about why this is related to their dream theory. So I don't think that counts as nitpicking. Gege is so done. This is evident that he doesn't care anymore. Well, that's what I'm saying. It feels like he's just phoning these chapters in. So I don't know about this, but I'm not gonna say that this point is insanity. It feels like a bit of cope, but you know, I'll let it cook. Let's keep reading. What does this mean? I think it means that what we are seeing isn't reality. After all, the most common way to tell if you are dreaming is being unable to count the number of fingers on your hands. There are ways to tell it's a distortion of faces. Readers have noticed that something is wrong. The weird time skips, the lack of lasting consequences, design inconsistencies, characters behaving like smiles, similes of themselves. Death and pain being glossed over like it's nothing. It all feels so off. I will say this. This stuff has always been in the series. Weird time skips has always been in the series. Lack of lasting consequences for certain plot lines, that has always been a thing in the series. Design inconsistencies, that has been a thing. Characters behaving weird, death and pain being glossed over like nothing, that has been a thing in the series. So this is not the thing where it's like Gege just doing this out of nowhere. No. This has been a thing. All of these problems, all of these things that you think are ass here, they've been a thing. They've been a thing in the manga. Again, I'm not trying to shit on this thread. Cause again, it's like some of the points I'm like, okay, I can see the vision. But this here, it's been a thing. It's been a thing with the series for a while now. Why was Sukuna's mask changing deliberate? Am I missing something? I think it was just because it was like decaying or something like that. Gojo's death has not been acknowledged after 40 chapters. That's what I'm saying. Gojo, we don't even have a Gojo funeral. This has been a thing in the series. Todo doesn't even talk about Yuki. And that's his mentor. And she's dead. This has been a thing. It's been a thing in JJK. Characters will die or there'll be some pain and it's just not the pain that the character's feeling. It's not delved into the best. We always just get hit with the response of like, well, they're a sorcerer. They can't have emotions. Like, okay. This has been a thing. It's been a thing. Maximum level cope. I don't think it's maximum level, but here is just like, I mean, this just tells me it's like, have we been reading the same JJK? Well, I mean, earlier in the thread, this person did say that they have been negative about JJK for a while, but it's like, I don't think you can say this and then say it feels off. This is not off. This is just this is like standard JJK. But let's keep reading. But it's still close enough to be the original, to be somewhat believable. Is that not what it is like to dream and not know what you're dreaming? Honestly, when I read this, it just makes it sound like JJK just asked. I'm sorry. Why is it that the chapter title Dreams End ends with the hunt for a curse user whose ability is to distort the perception of reality? This here is a good point. This is a good point. When they were writing that, when the person wrote this, they're cooking. This is cope. This is cope just from the fact of like this. You're basically describing what the series always been. I'm sorry, no, this one. Sorry. This here is just cope because this is what the series has always been. But this here is a good point. So dubs for that. Okay. That's true. We never got to know how the crew feels about Maki committing genocide. Yeah, Maki killed a whole clan. And that clan, I'm sorry, for the Maki Glazers, that clan 100% had kids in them, okay? That clan had kids and mothers in them, and Maki murdered them on sight. They said Maki murdered the entire clan. So there were definitely innocent people in that clan. who didn't engage with her initially, and Maki murked them because the whole thing was that she was going to destroy everything. So she murked kids. She is a child killer. And nobody in the cast, aside from like Kamo, talks to her about it. That's weird. That's weird. That is so weird. If it's really a dream, you'd think Gege would put more emphasis on Yuji's fingers appearing and disappearing. That too. That's a good counter argument. Okay. Time to keep reading. How long is this? Oh, this is long. Oh, okay. It's not too bad. All right. I don't know if I want to read this Buddhist stuff, but let's keep it pushing. Okay. We already know Gege weaves Buddhist symbolism and ideas heavily into JJK. I'm not an expert in Buddhism at all, but there's a lot of it that goes over my head. And I started to look into if dreams are significant in Buddhism, and boy howdy are they quoted directly from the source. Okay, I'm not reading this. They said in summary, so bless your soul for doing that for me, because I was not about to read all this. In summary, correct me if I'm wrong, dreams appear to be seen as another state of being just as valuable and impermanent as reality. There's also this other bit, I'll quote directly, the most common... all conditioned dharmas are like a dream, like an illusion, like a bubble, like a shadow, like a dewdrop, like a lightning flash. You should contemplate them thus. It's starting to sound like what Yuji's domain does, right? Still crazy that we don't know the name of Yuji's domain. Anyways, he projects memories that did happen and mixes them with delusions and dreams. Sukuna and Megumi both experience this in full. Okay. It's incredibly suspicious that it hasn't been named yet. Yuji is the son of Kenjaku, who has a domain based on the womb Sutra realm, which is paired with the aforementioned diamond realm to encompass the entire Dharma. It's very likely this is what Yuji's domain is, a realm of dreams and reality combined as one. Okay, well, I see. Okay, I'm seeing the vision with that. Unreality runs in the family. When Sasaki Setsuko wakes up as the Culling games begin, the girl who was friends with Yuji in episode 1, Kenjaku explains her situation with this. This is a rift between dreams and reality, the cursed realm. Okay. What follows is a sequence that cannot be described as a dream. It seems to be a blend of reality and hallucinations, but that's not anything strange. Sukuna does it too with Kashimo in reverse. This is true. Okay. Excuse me. As you can see, both the positions of the characters and even the background change suddenly from reality to... and from sequence to sequence, it's all incredibly dreamlike. Yes. Another strange thing about this space is Kenjaku created it as a part of an escape route binding vow. You know, the kind Sukuna uses from Loveland Shrine. What I want to draw attention to here is this reality dream state somewhat requires consent in the loosest possible definition to appear. The person entering this state has to desire it themselves. We see those with Jogo and Gojo, who are mutually interested in having a relationship of some kind with Sukuna. Oh, okay, well, Sukuna says he doesn't know what this is either, so it's not like he's activating it through a binding vow, because he doesn't know what it is. It's also very hard to tell if they are dead or still in the process of dying during this. Okay. And this is where delusions Yuji projects differ. They are forced onto others when he is near death or severely injured, seemingly as a defense mechanism. Well, Gege already said that, like, Yuji doesn't have a memory CT, because this was just Toto being Toto, so that doesn't count. And this was just because, like, this has been explained because this have the connection via their blood. So you lost me with this. You lost me with this because this doesn't count. You lost me there. You lost me there. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I'm gonna head out for a bit. See you, Kusakabe. The JJK fan base has all of these Buddhist theories, but Sukuna is literally a Buddha and Gege does nothing with him. That's true. That's true. Gege is crazy. Greatest fumble of the year. It's looking like. This here is... I don't know about this. And would you look at that? Syntax is identical for Toto and Chozo's brother Yuji delusions. It's kind of like how Yuji replaces Gojo's. My point here is that I'm skipping this. My point here is that Yuji having access to this space has been hinted at since the start of this manga, and that it was inherited by blood. Totally not Kenjaku showing up with Takabo as Mr. Reality warping ZT in 270 supports my case too, I think. I don't know about this because this stuff's already been explained. And the total point, putting total here, I feel invalidates your point because Gege has already said in an interview that this is just total just tweaking. This is just total being weird. So I think that just takes a bit of credibility away from the overall point. What does this mean for 268, 270? The battle ended in 268. Of what I'm certain, what I no longer know is if anyone survived. A common complaint about Sukuna's death is the lack of an afterlife scene. Everything ending so abruptly, and then Megumi wakes up. It's so jarring and out of place, but that's how all scenes involving the space between dreams and reality begin. Sasaki Setsuko wakes up once, and then again, most of us have experienced these kind of dreams, right? They made a whole movie about it called Inception, which is based on the movie Paprika. There's one thing. Yuji's domain shattered after Sukuna's cast domain expansion. When a sorcerer withdraws their domain voluntarily, it does not shatter. Gojo has demonstrated this for us in quite clearly. When a domain is broken by force, it will shatter and shards will scatter. With a domain is withdrawn, no shards are left behind. Yuta uses these facts as a part of his plan, and JJK 252 is revealed that by Kusakabe that Yuta shattered his own domain on purpose to trick Sukuna into thinking he won. What this means is that some kind of violent action needs to be taken to shatter domain. Yuji's domain is massive and his attacks only target Sukuna, so what would have shattered his domain all at once? He's not had the time to practice shattering parts of it like Yuta. Gojo has shown us what a uniform domain shattering looks like. It happens when Malevolent Shrine activates. Same way. Oh, same sound effect. Okay. I'm proposing that we've been in unreality since the end of 266. Sukuna and Yuji are both severely injured on the verge of death and have a connection with each other. These are all conditions that trigger the space between dreams reality, and I must remind you that Yuji's first triggered this event with total after severe head injury. Right before Sukuna casts the main, they do this to each other. So you're saying that right here, when they started battering each other's head, some dream sequence happened, and everything we've seen after this with Nobara coming back and everything like that, Gege wrote all that in, just all of those moments as just a bait dream sequence. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. That seems like cope. That just seems like we're coping with the fact that Gege wrote some poop. I don't know. Okay, you starting to lose me, but you know, I'll let it go. I'm gonna keep reading. Everything that has come after has been perfect for Yuji to an unbelievable degree. Yes, because Nobara appearing as a Deus Ex Machina, but I just think it's just bad writing. I just think the man he messed up.
Gege, it's not like this is Gege's 10th written series. It's like his first major series that got serialized. He made a lot of bad writing decisions. It happens. I think it's really that simple. I think it's really that simple. You know, maybe the next Gege series he learns from the mistakes of JJK. I think it's that simple. I really think it's that simple. You know, a lot of manga, like they're, especially for Weekly Shonen Jump, with that schedule, their first series that they release, a lot of the times it's not perfect. There's a lot of writing issues and inconsistencies. It happens. I genuinely think that's just what happened. But okay, everyone whose death was uncertain is alive, and the living are getting exactly what they wanted. The efforts behind and the logistics are all missing. And yes, Rush Onion cannot explain that, but that too can be part of the ruse. Does Gege have the facilities for that? I don't know. Another massive complaint is that mourning has not occurred, which I agree. We don't even have Yuji mourning Chozo, which is off. Because Gege wants to make me believe that they had a close relationship, which, hey, not for Gojo or Chozo, despite how much Yuji cherished them. It's like they're being willingly forgotten by the cast despite being crucial to their success in Shinjuku. It feels out of character, especially since Yuji is of the few that showed concern for them no matter what. But if this illusion on the brink of death is designed to bring happiness, why would Yuji think of the dead? He's always been so avoidant with it. When his grandpa is dying and trying to talk about his parents, Yuji tells him to shut up. When Nanami dies, he thinks of him then never again, directly leading up to his talk with Sukuna. When Megumi tries to discuss Nobara's fate, Yuji ends the conversation as quickly as possible. I don't think that's what happened here. Because we don't know, because we just get Megumi making a face and then you're just like, oh, okay, I get it. I don't think that Yuji tried to end the conversation as quickly as possible. It's just we just don't know what happened in these two panels here. Bro just hit him with a look. We don't even know what his full face is, so I don't know. I don't know about it. The writing isn't bad, it's intentional, theory. That's what it's starting to look like. I'm getting the vibe of this is just a thread explaining why the recent content is bad. That's what I'm getting out of this. This is just explaining, yes, this is why recent JJK is not good. I don't think a writer spends all that amount of time writing something that they would know would be perceived as bad from their readers to then just say, I trolled y'all, that was actually a dream sequence. Yes, the last 15 chapters I spent writing complete garbage was all on purpose. All that all that bad writing, that was on purpose. Because I had like all of these really these clues that you'd have to like look at with a fine-tooth comb to understand. I don't know. I feel like if we was going this route, it's like someone earlier said in chat, then Gege should have had put more emphasis on Yuji's fingers, for example, which he hasn't. So all right, keep reading. The only people in this world are the ones who may or may not be dead. He saw Yuta in Gojo's corpse. The only way that can happen is if Gojo's dead. Yuji has no choice but to believe it. Chozo burned away before his eyes. Yuji has no choice but to believe it. He went through some of Megumi's memories and saw Sumiki's corpse. Yuji has no choice but to believe it. And since Sumiki is the only person Yuji wasn't close with, she's the only death that has been outright acknowledged, but not for too long. That would make Megumi sad. Another complaint is that Sukuna really didn't kill anyone in the final battle outside of like 2 in Kashimo. The dude bros call it Disney Kaisen, but the fairy tale like idea that everyone is okay, Toto was the one who put that idea in Yuji's head. And Yuji has always been one to fall to story-like logic when things look like they're finally wrapping up. and then everything will be fine. Yuji before the worst possible outcome for him and Megumi happens. This is similar to the line Gakungaji uses in JJK 270. Everything is fine. This line is the whole reason I sat down and wrote this all out without stopping. I know Gakungaji, he'd never say that. This man has been in the state of worry over Jujutsu Society since his first appearance. He doesn't even fully believe in Gojo's cause as someone who values tradition. He is a stickler for details and will do everything in his power to ensure stability. For him to toss Sukuna and Tengen's remains in a shrine and call it a day, who is that? He's changed, but not that much. Also, I compared the Raws. It's very much the same. Daijobu, those are Yuji's words. What I'm proposing is that I'm chalking this up to, again, Gege having characters change a lot very quickly without a proper setup. This is just a JJK thing. This is just a JJK thing. I'm gonna be honest. All right. Okay. What I'm proposing is that JJK 267 and 270 are Yuji's delusions of the happiest possible ending. It's a picture perfect little end where all the trauma and death has no effect on the living and people move on like nothing happened. I don't know if this means he's dead or if Megumi's dead or if they're all dead, but what I'm seeing now, I don't think it's real. This screams there's no way that these chapters are real. Which I agree. There's no way these chapters are real, but I don't know if I agree with this theory. It genuinely just like, no, this is what Gege has decided to feed us. Content warning, brief discussion on okay. Even if this turns out to be a part of the smoke screen, I'm always going to hate JJK 269. Yeah, it's not a good chapter. But I do want to give it some grace under the assumption this chapter titled Examination, which can also be translated as Reflection, is about Yuji's guilt. Both him and Megumi, to be honest, I think their feelings for each other and their situation are driving these delusions. There's one thing about this space that's real, the feelings behind them. Yuji has a lot of guilt surrounding his existence after ingesting Sukuna. Megumi does too. Straight up, Yuji has been seeking death over it since JJK chapter 9. Struggles to forgive himself for being the centerpiece of violence he has little to no control over. The only thing is, the kicker is Megumi already knows Yuji's planning to die and he wants to do everything to rid him of that guilt. Up until they connect inside of Yuji's domain, they're unaware they share the same goal for each other. And that's what JJK 269 is. It's a very cold and harsh breakdown that allows them to forgive themselves. Blame is passed around and ultimately pinned on a combination of Gojo and Kenjaku. It's really weird. Sukuna isn't blamed either, but that's not the point of this for now. Kusakabe's comment is especially harsh, telling Yuji point blank he should have died and that both sides on the issue were valid. He may have believed that to an extent, but he made a point of not telling it to his face. Why have a whole chapter discussing how kind he is only to turn around and do this? If this is all a delusion, a manifestation of Yuji's guilt and trying to absolve himself of it for Megumi's sake, that makes sense. This version of Kusakabe is what Yuji feels guilt over the most, everyone's lives being better if he died. In the same breath, Kusakabe tells them to solely blame the adults. It's very reminiscent of Nanami telling Yuji that being a child is not a sin. It should also be noted that every time Megumi tries to apologize for being possessed, he's stopped. Maki tears into Yuta without checking in on him, but she asks if Megumi is okay and then tells him not to blame himself. JK 270 is full on this too. He tries to apologize to Sumiki at her grave, and Choko tells him not to sweat it. He tries to apologize to Hana, and she hits on him instead. The delusion is crafted out of love. I don't even agree with that. I just think that's just the way JJK characters move. Quite frankly, that's just how JJK characters move. I'm gonna be honest. Because every single person being like, "Nah, Megumi, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it," is weird. But that's just how JJK characters are. I don't even think that's a dream sequence thing.
Bro confirmed that Giga does not give a F about JJK recently. That's what it feels like. This theory reeks of cope. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I haven't read chat for a minute. I was deep into reading it. Sorry, let me catch up on chat. Gege just making JJK just to pay the bills at this point. Chat bugging. Bro knows Gakin Gaji personally. That's what I'm saying. I was like, that point, I don't know about that. When a chapter's so ass, people think it's a dream sequence. That's what it's like. No, Kusakabe, you're spitting, because that's what it feels like. Like, the thing is too, like, the person who wrote this, they are even saying that the chapter is bad too. They only wrote this just to be like, well, maybe it's a dream sequence. But I feel like, no, it's just bad. It's bad writing. When shit hit the fan, is you still a fan type shit? For real. Oh no, it was all a dream theory. Story like logic. We're not talking about the Maito fights. If it was a purpose, it's not good anyways. That's what I'm saying. If he wrote all of this just for a final chapter, huzzah, of it was all a dream sequence, my thing is, what does that serve? Because there's just one chapter left. And if this is true, it's like, okay, cool, shock value. Oh my God, you plan all that out. But like, what does that do for the story? What does all of this being a dream sequence do for the story? Unless you're having a part 2, which I don't think is happening. So that's my thing. Sure, all of this sounds cool, but what does it do? What does it do for the story? What does it do besides just be a cool nothing burger? All right. There's another reason I can't reconcile about JJK269 unless it's a delusion. Toto's explanation for Yusa's plan is another one of those glaring contradictions. In JJK269, Toto claims Boogie Woogie can't target Maki, but in JJK259, Toto makes plans with Mei Mei knowing that it works with her. Using my Crozen technique, we can evacuate people from within Sukuna's domain. That's true. That's actually true. They showed Maki there on that panel, and then Toto said we can't use Maki. Ah, I didn't even catch that. Huh. I actually did not catch that. I didn't even catch this at all. Either Toto lied or Yuji never fully knew the plan that Boogie Woogie could target Maki, otherwise she would be dead. Her surviving Sukuna's flames would be impossible. I didn't even catch this. Oh no, this series is cooked. Yeah, that's a blatant contradiction. I don't even make sense. I didn't even catch that. Huh. Yeah, that's garbage. Okay. Wow, I didn't even catch that. I feel like that is something I should have caught. That is... Yeah, so why would Toto say that, you know, we're going to use Mei Mei's cross to switch people around? Maki is there as an image, meaning that Toto believes that can be an example. But then Toto then says you weren't a viable target. So then why put that there? Gege's contradicting himself. And this is the chapter people use it like, look, Gege's calling your illiterate readers out, but then the author's contradicting themselves. I didn't even catch this. This is hilarious. This is actually hilarious. Huh. And we talked about how Yuji believing those who may or may not be dead are alive is Toto's doing. He's always been the one to save Yuji from his breakdowns, but let's talk about his speech in Shibuya. Okay, in conclusion, we're getting there soon. Okay. There's been a lot of reading. Looking for meaning or logic in death can at times defile the memories of those we've lost. I will say though, the person who wrote this, much respects out to them, because this is like a lot. This is a lot. I know they probably had to think a lot about this, had to write a lot about it. I don't agree with everything's in here, and I think a lot of it is cope, quite frank, but I'm not gonna like make fun of the person who wrote this, because like I can tell they put a lot of effort into it. So shout outs to them. everyone who has read these past 3 chapters has really felt the defiling of Gojo's memory. And it was all in service to a strange logic that helps them cope with all this death. Acknowledging how massive Gojo's sacrifice was would riddle both Yuji and Megumi with immense guilt, so it's best to ignore it for Megumi's sake. And perhaps that's why Yuji replaces Gojo in that memory. What have you been entrusted with? You don't need to answer right now. However, until you find your answer, never stop moving. My thing too with this theory is I don't think that's in character for Yuji at this point. For Yuji to take part in this whole dream sequence to like cope, that doesn't seem like something Yuji would do, especially with his development in the Sukuna fight. Well, I don't even know if you can call it development, because a lot of that stuff was all over the place, but I don't even want to talk about it right now. But where Yuji's character is at right now in the story, I don't even think this makes sense. In a way, JJK269 is an answer to the question Toto proposed. Yuji was entrusted with saving Megumi. Saving Megumi requires Megumi and Yuji forgiving themselves, and Yuji won't stop moving until it's done. All these time jumps and rush developments are Yuji moving Megumi forward. He's getting that happy ending, even if it's to the detriment of everything else. I don't know. This is given. It's supposed to be garbage. Yes, the bad writing's for a reason. Okay, let's read. Let me read this Sukuna section, and then I'll catch up on chat, and then we'll finish us off. When Sukuna respects his opponents and they have a connection, he gives others dreams before they pass out. He's been very impressed by Megumi since chapter 9. It's not out of the ballpark for him to allow Megumi to die satisfied in the way Gojo did. Yuji also seems to understand that Sukuna was manipulated by others just as much as he was. I think that's why Sukuna is spared of the blame for the most part. I don't think Sukuna won. He's probably dead, but he did warn Yuji not to underestimate him. I think the worst, absolute last FU to Yuji he could give him is this happy ending dream being ripped before ripping it all away as he dies. But how would Sukuna even have? How would Sukuna have the power to do that? That's not in Sukuna's toolkit. I don't know about this. This person is gonna feel so bad when they see the next chapter. I feel bad because I'm like, if this doesn't happen, it's like you wrote all this for nothing. Because the thing is, this concept seems really cool if you put this in the hands of like any other author. Like this person here, they should write a story. This is a cool concept. But for Gege, no. I don't think Gege has the facilities to do any of this. No, not at all. Not at all. This person though, they should write a story. They got some cool ideas. How would Sukuna do that? Let me introduce you to binding vow. I don't know if there's a binding vow on the planet, they could just give him a CT out of nowhere. A dream CT. But you're right, maybe there might be a binding vow for that. You'll see how it's strange how Megumi says that he gives up, and then without any foreshadowing, he helps out. Oh no, I've been saying that's garbage. That all Yuji had to tell Megumi was it'll be lonely without you, and then Megumi is just back to functioning again. It's garbage. It's rushed. It's horrible. But that being set up for a dream plot, I don't think so. I just think it's just rushed pacing, which is something JJK has done before, which is why this whole theory, I can't be on board with it, because a lot of the things that are being said here of like, it's weird, why would Gege do that? It must mean something else. It's things that he's been doing since chapter 1. The series has always been like this. The series has always had some of these problems. These are not new problems with JJK. They've been there. They've been problems. So that's why it's weird. Okay, let's read this in conclusion part. I'm not sure that we're going to get that happy ending. Reggie Star warned us not too long ago. I mean, I think this was only just in relation to like him getting his body taken over by Sukuna. And then after that, this line already paid off. It all comes down to a sorcerer's lies. Reggie is a lot like Sukuna here, outwitted by modern sorcerers and dying to someone he loathes. Sukuna is good at tricking people. He let Gojo think he won before tearing it all away. He did the exact same thing to him. Or did he? Can you do me a favor? After all you've killed, let fate toy with you, become a clown, then die. And the last 3 chapters are delusions. Megami will be playing the part of a clown. I don't know. I think this quote already concluded when Megami got taken over. Okay. Gege said the manga would end with either 1/4 or 3 out of 4 of Yuji, Megami, Nobara, and Gojo surviving. This, of course, could be changed through its development, but Gege said the manga is ending in its original vision. There's a real chance that it's only Yuji or Nobara there's only Yuji or Nobara surviving. Feels like hope. Remember, Gege is a troll first and foremost. Somehow Gojo was revived, but in the worst possible way. Somehow Gojo did tell Megumi about Toji, but in the worst way possible. This plotline was garbage, by the way. I can't believe I made a whole video on this, saying that this has potential to be really good, and then Gege just does nothing interesting with this concept at all. Not a single interesting thing was done with this concept. It is so disappointing. At some point, I have to make a video talking about how this right here, Yuta taking over Gojo's body, is one of the greatest fumbles in Jujutsu Kaisen. It is such a missed opportunity. It's so bad. Like you putting Yuta in the body of Gojo, and he has all these memories of Gojo, the person who has all of these problems with connecting to others, this feeling of loneliness, all of those emotions are in Yuta's dome, and we get nothing. It's just garbage. It's so bad. Okay. Gege said this about the final chapter. I'm working hard to create a final chapter that will hopefully satisfy as many people as possible who supported Jujutsu Kaisen. So everyone, please bear with me. I can't think of a better way to appease everyone than by making the last 3 chapters nothing more than a dream. Let me see the comments. Okay. So the person, respect for writing this. Some of the stuff I think they're cooking, but majority, I'm not seeing the vision. I'm not gonna hold you. I will say one good thing about this thread is that it exposed me to this inconsistency. So when people argue with me about the plans in this arc making sense, I'm lobbing them this, because this is literally the hold. This is the red button right here, because this is bad. Let me catch up with chat. But yeah, I'm not buying a lot of what's being talked about in here. It's already done way more character interactions than the manga has. The anime is gonna fix Gege's writing. Lol. Yeah, the anime will save a lot of this series, but I don't even think it can fix everything. That's a problem. It feels like an AI generated coping. Yo, relax. There was a lot of thought put into this. I just feel bad because I don't think Gege is putting as much thought into this as people think. I really don't. Like, a lot of this is really thought out well. It's a cool theory. There's some parts of it where I'm like, this specifically doesn't make sense. I don't know why this was included. But it's a cool theory. And I think it could be interesting if, like, again, given in the hands of like another author. But Gege Akutami, the facilities for all of this, it's like, I don't know. Let's, as said here, we need to come back to reality. Are we looking at random tweets, posts? No, someone replied to me on Twitter and said I should read this. It's like a huge Tumblr thread of a theory that everything that's happened so far, basically when let me scroll down. Basically when Yuji and Sukuna were punching each other right here, this triggered like a dream sequence for Megumi. So everything that's been happening in the recent chapters has all been a dream. That's the theory, which I don't think is what's happening at all. I just think that's just it just comes off as cope, like, because they're basically what a lot of the thread is saying is that a lot of the writing recently doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's talking about inconsistencies, which they are 100% correct on. Again, with the total example or the way characters are acting, the characters' deaths, lines from specific characters being off, dialogue being weird, placements of characters being weird, everything like that, which I agree with. I just think it's just Gege just being done with the series. I don't think he's setting up some big plot twist at the end, which again, I don't understand the point of when it's the last chapter. I don't understand what is that. How does that benefit the series if all of these last couple of chapters were a dream? It doesn't benefit the series at all. It doesn't do anything. Gege has a galaxy brain. Smartest author of today. Galaxy brain is crazy. You know, I actually really want to make a video talking about galaxy gas, because I think the whole situation is just wild. So good reference. People have done way better theories for Kenjaku, and Gege did not even come close. How fans outdone him. Exactly. So it feels like the fans are putting more thought into this series than the author. That's what I'm getting from this thread. Oh yes, my dream sequence technique that I haven't used since the Heian era. JJK fans coming up with better ideas than Gege. I know a YouTuber who burned a volume trying to make a light novel right now. Dang. Megumi being stuck inside Sukuna for like 50 chapters and being spat out the exact same person will always be wild to me. It's not that inconsistent. Mio was holding on to Maki. Well, my thing is that, like, Miwa wasn't shown in the original plan. That's the problem. That's where the inconsistency is, because Toto is talking about it here, and Toto's implying that he thinks that they can just do this without Miwa. Plus, Kusakabe even said they don't want Miwa. He doesn't want Miwa there, so that was not the original plan. So if Toto worded it and said, "Oh wait, no, I thought I could use you, Maki, but then we realized that we couldn't," then it wouldn't be inconsistent, because then Toto would be acknowledging his fault here. But he's not. He's just calling Maki an idiot. And this is Toto. What Toto's saying here is basically like Gege's spokesperson for this chapter. So that's where the inconsistency is. The person making this has to be on Galaxy. Yo, chill. Allow them. Oh, can you make a satire video of Sukuna being doing nothing wrong, like how you did Toji's? Just an idea. We went out so bad. Actually, that's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. I'm a screenshot chat, and if I end up making that video, at the end of it, I'll put your comment at the end, and I'll say, I stole this idea from one of my subscribers. Let me write this down. If I make the video, I probably will though, but we'll see. Sukuna did nothing wrong video. I think I can make a funny video like that. Similar to the Toji one. Similar to the Toji video. Alright. It's in my notes now, so we'll see. That video drops in like a month, then you know why. Now everyone knows why. Alright. I feel like we ended up streaming way longer than I had intended. Yeah, 2 hours of streaming. I was only supposed to stream for like 40 minutes and then we were gonna be done. But 2 hours. 2 hours is kind of crazy. So probably gonna end things here now because I gotta live stream Beyblade reaction at 5 p.m. EST. So in an hour. So I don't know. Somehow I'm gonna have to eat something. But so thanks everyone for coming down, showing up, showing some love. I'm probably gonna end things off here. This was an interesting read, I will say, but a lot of this again does feel like cope. Does feel like it's not making too much sense. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be quite frank. So there's that. What season and episode are you on? For what? Oh, for Beyblade. We're gonna be watching GT. And I'm on starting to stream on episode 7. We're probably gonna do episode 7 to 12. Hopefully. But yeah. That's it. Yeah, Beyblade Burst. Yeah, Beyblade Burst GT. So yeah, thanks for everyone for showing up. Catch y'all next week when we will be live reacting to the final chapter of JJK. I'm gonna make this like a weekly thing where just every week, 2 p.m. EST on Sundays, I'll just be reacting to new weekly Shonen Jump chapters. So come down if you're down for that, and I'll catch y'all next time. Hope you'll have a fantastic rest of your day. Later. Peace.